What's going on, guys? Chase Ghost Picks against the spread, ghostpicksats.com, coming to you for February the 10th, and it is Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Sunday fun day, and we're going to make it a good one. We're going to end the weekend strong and get geared up for another big week, and cheers. It's early morning. What time is it? It's about 9:15. Last week, it was over 70 degrees every day. It was 78 one day after being 20 the week before, and wake up this morning, it's 31 degrees right now. We had ice last night, woke up with no power this morning, and power's back on, no cable, no Wi-Fi. So I'm running off of a hotspot right now, so I'm sure this video will take forever to upload. That's why I'm recording it now, so we can make sure that it gets out to you well before noon and before any of the games start. So let's do a quick recap. Let's make this video short and sweet so we can get the uploading process started. Yesterday, free plays. Basically gave you two. For anybody that's been following me for any length of time, I actually went back and looked at all my videos from that basically I've done with Ghost Picks. Yesterday was the 10th time I've gone out there and giving you a hint, read between the lines, listen to what I'm saying. Every time I've done that, I'm giving you an additional free play. I did 6 of them during Major League Baseball season last year. All 6 of them were winners. 2 of them involving home games with the Chicago Cubs, where they were underdogs. I did one during the Western Conference Finals of the NBA playoffs last year, and I have done 3 since the start of college football season, and then all the way to now, 2 of them have been in college basketball. So yesterday, NC State on the road at Pitt. NC State has played a terrible last 2 games and have really fallen off the horse as to what they were at the beginning of the season. They are not the team of the beginning of the season. They are not going to be that team anymore. But they still have a shot to make a presence in the ACC tournament, as well as possibly do some damage within the big dance, depending on what bid they get and who they get to play in the first round. They keep going the way they're going, they're going to be out the first round because they're going to end up having to play a higher seed, possibly someone within their conference. And that's not going to be fun for them. But they are a better team than Pitt. Pitt is just not a good basketball team, home or away. They've picked up some nice wins, but knowing that NC State had to have a bounce back at some point, that was the perfect spot. They were laying a bucket. They won by 3. It was close. It was not, as an investment, it was not fun. It was a nail-biter, but it was a fun game to watch. I actually watched most of that game, took some good notes on NC State that are going to come in handy this week, as well as Pitt. Pitt doesn't get, we've taken Pitt this year. We don't just fade them each time. And every time, the 2 times that we've actually tailed Pitt this year and, placed bets on them and favored them, we've cashed. So a win is a win. Line was at 2. They won by 3. That was a win. When I told you to read between the lines and gave you the hint, I gave you the hint on Clemson over Virginia Tech. I keep telling you what Virginia Tech's lacking. Their season is all but done. Clemson is going to keep playing tough. I think they'll pick up at least one more nice conference win. But they've got a tough slate. They've got North Carolina at home at the beginning of March, which I will be at that game. I always go to games involving those 2 teams, whether it be in South Carolina or in Chapel Hill. Fun fact for you, 53 times Clemson has played North Carolina in Chapel Hill, and not a single time have they ever won. The Clemson Tigers men's basketball team has never won in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And as long as Roy Williams is there, I don't think they ever will. And even though Clemson has taken down North Carolina when they've been number 1, and Clemson wasn't even ranked, they've gone out there and they played them tough every single time that Carolina walks into Little John Coliseum. Small place, very loud, student section gets rowdy, especially when football season's over and this is all they have. It gets loud, and they always get up when North Carolina comes to town. But I will be in town for that game, so good. Look out for some content on that. And Clemson's got a very tough schedule ahead of them, so this was a perfect spot to take a depleted Virginia Tech team who is a shell of themselves and pick up a big win. Now, so that's 2 free plays right there. Clemson, winner. NC State, winner. Let's go over the premiums. North Carolina yesterday over Miami. Pathetic game. North Carolina should have lost outright. Thank God they didn't. They keep that number 8 spot, and now they're going to play Virginia this coming week. Going to be a big game. They've got Duke on deck. They've got Clemson. They can breach this top 5 if they really want to, because I still think that they're one of the top teams in the country, and I think that they're the second best team in the ACC. I think Duke is the best team in the country, but I think North Carolina's right there with them. Virginia is obviously the best defensive team, But when you have somebody like Duke that just overmatches you, and you have somebody like North Carolina that can out-rebound you, that's where Virginia shows their flaws and shows that they can be beat and that overall they are not a top 2 or 3 team. So be fun to watch that. But North Carolina was a loser top play there. UAB -10 lost outright. Not a good play there. But I continue to fade Charlotte. If you've been following me this year and faded Charlotte every time I have, whether you've looked into the game or not, fading Charlotte has made us fantastic money this year. I think we've only lost twice, maybe 3 times that we faded them. And the rest of the times we've cashed, and cashed fairly easily. Michigan -6.5 winner. Clemson -3 was a premium play winner. NC State -2. That also was a premium play and a free play. That was a winner. We originally had put the Bucks on the card earlier in the day, and then we ended up, once we saw that Giannis was out, we did remove it, and I did not bet it. Guys, when I most of the time, when I have my card ready and I send it out, I've already bet all these games, usually hours beforehand. But when I have a huge slate of games like this, and you got one game that doesn't start till way late in the day or in the evening, I like to see how the first few do, because that's going to determine whether or not, because I could be having a huge day, whether or not I throw an extra unit on this play. But I do that just in my own head strategically based on my bankroll. I'm not telling you to do that, but luckily, because there was 0 line movement on this from the time it had opened until then, I decided to lay off, and I was like, all right, I'm going to wait a couple hours. And then I saw the news. I immediately emailed every client, texted every client, said we are taking it off the card. We're not betting it. It's being removed. So we ended up laying off in the NBA yesterday. NHL. We had the Islanders -140. That was a win. We had Philly -1.5 on the puck line at plus $1.20. So a nice plus money play. Easy win there. We did have Dallas -130, which ended up being a loss. And to Arizona, it was really tough right there. Dallas, their left wing position is depleted. Their forwards played like shit. And they ended up giving up a very early goal, completely shifted momentum of the game, and never got it back. So they trailed by that goal the entire time, ended up losing. But a 2-3, very profitable day in the NHL, being that we did have the plus money play, and then the win on the Islanders. And then we ended up still having just a slightly profitable day in the NCAA. I would say with Juice, you could basically call it a break-even day because we did lose a top play on UNC. But a good day overall. Slight profit there if you were on all my plays. But hey, profit nonetheless. We're going to have a big Sunday. Shitty slate of games today in college basketball. We found a couple that we do like. And then the NHL we're looking big into. NBA we're looking into. But I'm going to give you a free play in the NHL. Something that we've been red hot in all year. We come in after the All-Star break, have a few bad days there. Basically a bad first week coming back. But now we're right back on track. Winning games in the NHL and doing what we're accustomed to in that sport. So, and I don't get to say this often, I'm gonna favor my Blackhawks today at home against their arch rival, the Detroit Redwings. I love this rivalry. I love this matchup. I love it when they're playing. I keep wanting to say Joe Louis Arena, which was an absolute phenomenal stadium in the heart of a great city, which is Detroit. But now they've got the Little Caesars Arena. If you have not been there, it's amazing. If you are a hockey fan in general, whether you like the Red Wings or not, that place is unreal. And just the memorabilia and the history that's flowing through those walls for that great team in that city is unreal. Got a lot of respect for that team and its fans. But big rivalry here. You guys know I'm a Chicago boy, so I am going to favor the Blackhawks. They're playing at home. They're laying $1.50. It opened up at $1.45. I saw it as high as 160 at one point. Lingered around -155, and in most places I'm seeing it right back at $1.50, which is right about the max. I will not go over 160 in the NHL, and going that high is rare for me. I usually like to stay 140 and below. But we're going to lay the 150 today. I just think that the Blackhawks have really turned this season around. They've won 6 in a row. Sorry, you probably hear my kids in the background. Early Sunday morning, guys. Won the last 6 in a row. And the thing is, on this stretch, no rest has not favored Detroit well at all. And Detroit is 4-17 in their last 21 games at the United Center. 21 games. They've won 4 of them at the United Center. The Hawks are playing well. The Hawks are more rested. Detroit has not played good on the road. Detroit has not played good in the series. Detroit has certainly not played good at the United Center. The Madhouse on Madison. If you ever want to see a hockey experience you'll never forget, go to a Blackhawks game anytime they're playing an original six. But go see them play Detroit. That may be a sporting event that you would put above everything you've ever been to, whether you like hockey or not. We like the Blackhawks today. I could see the Blackhawks winning and covering the puck line with ease, but being that we're still within that range, we're going to play it safe. We're going to take them on the money line, minus 150, Chicago Blackhawks. That is your free play. It is a premium. And, guys, I want you to pay attention to something. Let me look at this line real quick. Because there's a game that I think a lot of people are going to somewhat overlook. New Jersey, who has played very well this season and been a surprise against the Carolina Hurricanes, who the past couple of years have started to become a competitive team. Now, we all know Taylor Hall's out. He's missed like 20 games. He's been out since December. That left wing position, that co-captain being out, this particular matchup really favors Carolina. On the road against, I think New Jersey is an overall better team, to be honest with you. And I think that New Jersey, if Taylor Hall gets to come back this year and Jersey makes playoffs, I think they could go farther than Carolina any day in the postseason. I think they're a grittier team. I think they play better between the creases, and I think that their people play the man and not the puck, and that's one reason they're so successful this year. But Carolina's rolling right now. Here's the thing: Jersey's eventually going to break their home losing streak, but I don't think this is the spot for them to do so right now. Coming in on no days rest, I don't know. You got a rested Carolina team, Jersey on no rest, even though they're at home, missing their co-captain right here. Even though he's been out for a while, you're going to see the effects of that today. I think the Canes are 7-1 in their last 8 in a fourth game situation where they're 3 and 4 days, or 4 and 5 days or whatever. They're like 7-1. All the numbers point to Carolina here, even though Jersey might actually be the better team. So I'm going to take Carolina. And there's a reason that Carolina's favored like this. Let's double check the official line. Let's see if this money line's moved. Because to be honest with you, based on everything that's going on this year, I think Jersey should be favored. Not by much, but I think that the odds makers are basically, yeah. So we're sitting at minus 154 now. Oh, yeah, minus 154. And to be honest with you, I really think that the odds makers are basically flat out telling you that this is a game Carolina's going to pick up a big road win. Because if you look at the season itself, and let's go back and look full totals of everything. As to right now, the New Jersey Devils are 20-34. The Carolina Hurricanes are 28-27. The Jersey Devils are averaging 3 points per game, while Carolina's averaging 2 points per game for the season. You look at the wins that Jersey's picked up on the road versus what Carolina can do on the road. Yes, Jersey has had a bad home stretch. I still believe that Jersey is just a little bit better of a team. I think they're a little bit better coached. And everybody's going to disagree with me on that. They are going to say, no, they're going to look at wins and losses. They're going to look at what's happened in the past week and say, how could you say that Carolina is better? Or how that Jersey's better? Talk to me in April and tell me that you don't think New Jersey's better, because Carolina is going to tank eventually. You watch. That's the MO of the team, and this year's not going to be any different. I don't see Carolina being a big player for the NHL playoffs this year. So, yeah. But I think that right now, this is a spot for Carolina to exert some dominance and pick up a big road win. Laying minus $1.50 or $1.54, a little steep. If you were to take it to the puck line, you could get plus $1.60. Not a bad play if you really wanted some value. I'm going to look farther into this game. No official play on it yet, but I definitely do lean Carolina. So just something else for you to look into. Guys, plays will be out just after noon today. We do not have a play in the 12 o'clock basketball game. Possible play in the 1 o'clock, we'll see. So for all of my clients, shortly after noontime today, you will receive all the plays. Have any questions, chase.ghostpicksats@gmail.com. It is the last day for Jack and myself's MLB. Buy one, get one, $1,500, both seasons, both postseasons. Premium, top tier, everything. The very last day. Don't miss out, because if you do, you are going to be kicking yourself in the ass when you have to pay $1,500 a piece for them, and it will be non-negotiable. So guys, there's 3 spots left. It's the last day. Go jump on it. Don't be stupid. And you need anything, let me know. Good luck. God bless. Grind on.